want to take some of your questions for Lynda today, and our number is 578-1000. We also want to hear from some of our friends who have joined us here in the studio today. Let's take this phone call, and then we'll go to our audience. Good morning. Go right ahead.
Hi, I'd like to say happy anniversary.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask Lynda how many of the soap stars she actually knows and how often does she see them. And I'd like to know if you ever need an assistant, Lynda. I've been watching the soap since about 1959. And my husband says I should earn some money while I'm sitting home watching them.
Well, thank you for the offer, and if I ever do, if you ever hear me say in the air that I need them, I try to do most of it by myself, but I have one or two people who do help me. Basically because I think that if your name appears on a column, then you better do the watching and do the writing, unless there's a problem that you can't. I know, but at one point, Linda Dawson from my own staff helped me one time when I was gone for a couple of weeks, but by and large, I try to do it myself. I know a lot of them. Some of them are friends. It's like saying, how often do I see a friend of mine? Some I see more often, some I see less often. I doubt very seriously if there's a performer on a soap whom I'd want to meet that I couldn't meet, and I don't see that in an egotistical way. It's just that for publicity's sake. And some of them I'm close friends with. I'm good friends with Candy Early, who plays Donna on All My Children, Tom O'Rourke, who's Justin on Guiding Light, and a variety of people. And others I see when I want to when I'm in New York. And I'm not one to call anybody up every day of my life. I don't like to push.
Yes, hi there. Good morning.
Hi, Barbara Wakes from Rocky River, Ohio. Hi, Lynda.
Hi, Barbara.
I know you're always answering questions about soaps for other people. We'd like to know if you have a favorite and what it might be.
All right, well, there's never been a soap that hasn't been my favorite at one time, and I always say that, except for Texas, because it's too new and I don't understand what's going on. But All My Children has always been my very favorite show, and it stays that way. I think it's the most consistently entertaining, the most... it's the best intertwined, the best plotted show. But there are other shows I like, and I hate it sometimes, too.
Good morning.
Good morning. Mike Becker from Euclid, Ohio. Lynda, there's a group of us at CSU who are wondering, do you ever get tired of watching the soap operas?
I never, when I was cutting all those classes at KSU, I never thought I would. But yeah, there are days to watch them. There are days when I think, couldn't there be a presidential news conference, say, starting from 12 today, lasting until 12 next Friday, you know? Sometimes, because sometimes there's other things I have to do. Because
I've always felt that you could miss a soap opera for a day or two and come back and not have missed a thing.
Not if your job is to write and tell people what happened, Jan. That's the trick.
Yeah.
And you can't very well call Doris Quinn or somebody and say, what happened this past week on your show so I can write about it.
I can't. There are people that I can call in New York,
Yeah.
but you don't like to do that real often.
And it's not good for your credibility, is it?
No.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Larkin Jarrah from Amherst. Hi, Lynda.
Hi.
I'd like to know what you think people's fascination is with soap operas and how come General Hospital did so good this past year than all the others.
All right. I think the time slot for GH is perfect. It's 3 o'clock. Everyone's home from school. Those Nielsen families, those Arbitron people have kids who come home and turn the TV on. I do not believe that people watch soap operas because it makes their problems seem simple by comparison, because I don't know a person, unfortunately, who doesn't have a life that's harder than anybody on the soaps. I mean, they just sort of get through life. But I think it's that if you're reading a good book, you're not going to put it down in the middle. You want to know what's going to happen, and they have hooks. You know, you wouldn't put Gone with the Wind in it before you know what happened to Rhett and Scarlett.
That's right.
So I think it's the same with this, and it never ends. That's a quick answer.
Good morning.
My name's Ed Anderson. I'm from Euclid, Ohio. I would like to know, when Laura goes to New York, will Laura and Luke take up with somebody else?
No. Oh,
He
good.
knows.
Thank you. Thank you for asking that, because I can officially tell you that Laura is going to be killed off.
No!
Well, I'm sorry. This is going to sound cruel, but I think that was a
She's
good idea.
never coming back.
No, and what they're doing is they've hired an actress who looks almost like her, and her name is going to be Laura. And see, they were after this 2 models named Laura, and they get the wrong Laura, and they kill our Laura. Then Luke falls in love
With the other
with
Laura.
the other Laura, or the other Laura's sister, and it's Laura. Yeah, that's what I say. Jan, thank you.
Good morning. What's your question, please?
Go.
I was wondering where Lynda grew up. If she grew up in Akron and attended Firestone High School or Old Trail School.
No, this, I guess someone said that you wanted to know, because I looked familiar, and I was going to ask, was the old face that looks familiar or the new face that looks familiar? I grew up, I was born in East Cleveland, and I lived there till I was 5, and then I spent most of my my years in University Heights. So not Akron and not Firestone High School. Did this girl look similarly, did she look a lot like Bridget Bardot or Liz Taylor? Or something?
Boy, how far she's come since 1975.
Ah, God. Good morning. Go right ahead.
Oh, yes. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations on your 10-year anniversary and
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Thank you.
And I'd like to ask Lynda 2 questions. First of all, when I'd like to live, is the original Vicky coming back, the blonde?
Yeah, she'll be back middle of January. She had her second child, a baby girl.
Thank you. And my other question is, why is Laura leaving?
She feels that she's been there for 4.5 years. She's 20. She wanted to go back to college, but then these wonderful offers rolled in to advance her career. I don't think anybody stays where they were when they were 14 and stays there forever.
Lynda, you know, sometimes we have these folks who come in here and be on our show, and sometimes they come out and they do a thing at Randall Park Mall called a Ladies' Day.
Right.
And there was a rumor that one of the fellows who got married was going to come, and he was originally asking $3,000, and after he got married, he asked for $10,000.
Yes, well, got married on the show, not in real life. And that
Yes.
could that be Tony Geary?
Yes.
All right, let me clarify this in defense of, first of all, the money was going to be paid by the mall, not by the shows.
Yes.
Right? All right. He's doing something in Atlantic City, and he's getting paid very highly for that. And that was set up
How much
before.
is very high?
I'd say over $10,000. And I
What's he
wouldn't-
do for $10,000?
He comes
Just
up and says hi,
to
and
folks.
how are you?
Just for an appearance?
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
go
when
ahead.
you're hot, you're hot.
When you're hot, yeah, I mean, get it now, right? So,
Well, he'll only get
Tomorrow
5
they'll
of
say,
that.
Joe
yes.
who?
You know, Uncle Sam gets
no,
5 of it.
exactly. So, yeah. So
Well, you know, he's
then
gotta
we
pay
have
his-
to pay less in taxes because he's paying that much to Uncle Sam. So he's helping us. I think his feeling might have been you can't charge one place 3 and another 10.
Yeah. But don't forget, he gets to have a nice airplane flight, and he probably travels first class, and they probably give him a drink of champagne
And
up front
anything.
and everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, they get treated real well.
Yeah. Good morning. Your question.
Yes. Could Lynda tell me, give me an idea of what the storyline's going to be for Another World for the next year?
For the next year. Oh, sure. All right, the story that I have is that eventually, now this may just be a little rumor, but that eventually Blaine will get together with Sandy, and that Rick will get together with this Ann person, and Mac and Rachel Holly will not get together, because if they do, I'm going to spit. Hi, bud.
This is like a party in here.
By the way, we're trying to get
cocktail
Scorpio
party.
now to come and be with
Oh,
us.
well, I hope you do.
Now, Scorpio's nice, is he?
Is he a good actor?
Is he mean? I mean, where'd he get a name like
We haven't
that?
given her a chance
Do you
to
want to
answer.
know if Tristan Rogers is nice or if his character is nice?
Tristan Rogers.
He's interesting.
He's not nice, Fred.
It isn't. He's not, wait, Lynda Hirsch.
Is he a good
Now he
actor?
won't
He's
come.
a good actor. No, he's not. He's having a hard time adjusting to stardom.
What was he before?
Out of work. It's hard to go from out of work to stardom.
Good morning. Your question.
Yes.
Yes.
Am I on the air?
Yes, you sure are. Go right ahead. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. I'd like to say happy anniversary
Thank
first.
you. Thank you very much. And now your question.
Yes, I'd like to ask Lynda, what's going to happen with Mr. McClure and Miss Renfield? What are they doing?
Don't you love it? He's not a vampire, by the way, obviously. He is Henry Chamberlain's illegitimate son. And that is why he is so interested in Nola and her illegitimate child, because he feels they're kindred spirits. Now, if that's not a hot scoop before I leave for about a month, I don't know what is.
You know a lot.
We have time for one more?
I do.
Okay, just take one more, because number 7's been on there for quite a while.
Yes, okay.
I want to take
Go
that.
right
Good morning. Go
ahead.
right ahead.
Good morning to all of you. And I wanted to ask Lynda if Maggie Horton on Days of Our Lives had twins in the surrogate mother program. And if so, is she going to get one? Thank you, and I'll hang up and listen.
Oh,
All
on
right.
Days? No, Maggie did not give birth to twins. Neil had listened and thought he heard a faint heartbeat. Instead of doing, and before he did the sonogram, I guess that's what it's called, he told her right away that she was going to have twins, and she didn't. And so Neil's in big trouble. And there are no, I can't even tell you what's going on here. So there are no twins.
Did you say
And-
that-
Yes, and I think
this-
that because of that, Neil's in trouble. And then the other part of this is, I don't know. I'm losing my mind.
Who is the one who's not a vampire?
Quint. Everyone thinks he's a vampire.
Is it possible?
Uh-oh.
We're
He
gonna
wanted
pause.
to get another
We'll be
role
right
on a
back.
soap so
This is
badly.
it.
Thanks, Linda.
I've ruined
We'll be
my
right back.
career today.